In the world of vitality, Yuziu's group had just returned through the temporal gate. Looking at Yuziu, Nine Tails asked, "Master, how was the harvest?" Yuziu replied calmly, "It was acceptable." As he spoke, under Nine Tails' astonished gaze, Yuziu took out 2 golden seeds and handed them to her. He continued, "Take these. This one is a supreme fire element treasure. As for the other seed." Yuziu looked at it and instructed, "Give it to the phoenix. Let it incubate it using Phoenix Divine Flame." Nine Tails responded earnestly, "Yes, Master." The next second, Yuziu eagerly flipped through the pile of items he had brought back and instructed further, "Also, give this to Xiaoling. It's not appropriate to hand out such treasures in front of a crowd. This mirror, which can defend against spiritual attacks, will surely be something Panda likes, and this one." Meanwhile, on the other side, Golden Monkey was standing atop a tall cliff, loudly recounting his journey to his 2 best friends. "At that time, I used a single palm to suppress that arrogant titan who dared attack our master, pinning him to the ground so he couldn't even move. I was seriously awesome." Badger, standing below him, looked up in awe and marveled, "You all managed to seize so many treasures." Elsewhere, the sky was overcast with thick dark clouds, and a fine drizzle misted over the sea, at the elemental clan's territory. Yen Nu stood on a high ledge surrounded by many of his tribesmen. In front of him appeared a slender figure. Yen Nu looked up at the person before him and said, "From your body, I can sense the aura of one of our clan's treasures." Hearing that, the person frowned in doubt. "The aura of one of our clan's treasures? Could it be that they have also managed to conceive an elemental divine treasure?" Yen Nu spoke in a low, gravelly voice, "If they truly have such an item, I'm afraid we won't be able to take it by force. Their leader's strength is terrifying." Then, he hesitantly suggested, "Perhaps we should follow the Titan's example and use another treasure to trade for it." The person, along with several of Yen Nu's tribesmen, suddenly turned to look at one another in silence. Cold sweat broke out on Yen Nu's back as he quickly corrected himself. "Forget I said anything." But the person looked down from above and said, "No, perhaps that's actually a good idea. Go tell him and see how he responds." At the same time, back at the base of Yuziu's true body, the willow tree, its branches swayed gently in the breeze as Yuziu returned to his peaceful daily life. Suddenly, Nine Tails appeared before him and asked, "Master, are you unhappy?" Yuziu glanced at her. Before he could respond, she asked again, "Are you troubled by the matter of the great emperor?" Yuziu's gaze drifted into the distance. "Only 8 months remain. I wonder if, with my current strength, I'll be able to stand against him." As if reading his heart, Nine Tails asked, "Master, are you thinking about when she transforms into 3 pure ones?" Mentioning that, Yuziu's expression immediately turned grave. "A journey that takes half a year, 1 year round trip. But without it, there's no chance of defeating the great emperor." As he said this, Yuziu looked up at the clear blue sky, the information from the Titan clan. "It's very important to me." Rare worry appeared on Yuziu's face. "If the great emperor truly descends and I'm not here, what will happen to all of you?" Nine Tails looked at him seriously and said, "Master, just go. No matter how long it takes, we will hold the line until you return." Yuziu turned to her in surprise. "Nine Tails, with such confidence, you truly deserve to be ranked first among the 10 great ferocious beasts." Not far away, Bold Demon also spoke up. "Do not worry about us. Do not hesitate because of us. Master, do what you must," Yuziu exclaimed in surprise. Bold Demon. Right after that, Golden Ant also added, "Compared to when we fought against the darkness, we're much stronger now, and we'll become even stronger." Standing side by side, Mammoth and Dinosaur both looked determined. Mammoth declared, "We will protect Earth and Azure Star." Jin Shi and the Thunder Dragon both looked at Yuziu and spoke in unison. "Us too," Emperor Crocodile and White Tiger shouted loudly. "Even if we have to die, we will never abandon our territory." Panda stood up straight and declared, "We will wait for your return. When that time comes, let's drive the great emperor out of the galaxy. Together, so please, Master." His voice echoed throughout the world of vitality. "Do what you truly want to do." Yuziu, in his true form, soared into the void of space, flying forward with unwavering resolve. His eyes narrowed, his face filled with determination. "Thank you, everyone. I will definitely find what I'm searching for. With those words, he shot forth like a blazing golden streak through the cosmos. At the same time, elsewhere in the starry void, the heaven-piercing tree was drifting through the vast expanse of space. Suddenly, an eye opened on its trunk. The great emperor was still advancing slowly, his destination clearly the blue planet, Earth, a world capable of nurturing life. Meanwhile, somewhere in the universe, a mysterious girl was in conversation with an enigmatic figure. During their exchange, she suddenly mentioned a familiar name, Divine Tree, the divine tree she spoke of, none other than Yuziu. Back on Titan Planet, the first divine pillar gazed down from above. His voice, deep and rumbling, resonated. If it's merely a rank 5 transcendent, we can deal with it, but if it's a rank 6 transcendent, then it's beyond what we can handle. A little Titan from the Titan race looked up and asked, if even you can't defeat him, shouldn't we avoid provoking him altogether? The first divine pillar immediately issued an order. Place them on the Tier 1 watch list. No member of our race is allowed to provoke them. Violation of this rule will lead to immediate expulsion from the clan. The little Titan answered solemnly. Understood. Just then, the first divine pillar suddenly sensed a powerful tremor. Shock flashed across his face as he clenched the armrest of his throne. Such overwhelming spiritual energy. The little Titan said excitedly, it's him. A streak of emerald light cut through the cosmos. Yuziu's true form was passing by Titan Planet. The little Titan's eyes widened in astonishment. He's already begun his journey to that place. Meanwhile, in the angel realm, home of the angelic race, in the hall of 10,000 gods, majestic white palaces floated like islands in the sky. A figure stood silently, gazing upward, toward the place where Yuziu had just streaked past, leaving behind a trail of glowing green light. Sensing that immense spiritual force, the figure's eyes widened in shock, following the light's fading arc across the stars.